Nearly 87 million U.S. consumers used a Buy Now, Pay Later financing plan last year. That's up about 7% from 2023, according to a recent report from Capital One Shopping. Buy Now, Pay Later plans allow consumers to break down the cost of a purchase into 4 smaller interest-free payments that are often made over a few weeks or months. It works like an installment loan. We asked some Fox 32 Chicago viewers online if they've used one and to buy what.
So they're not all bad, but there are cons. So the pros are that it's easy for someone who doesn't have credit, has a credit issue. There's no big application process. They can click and purchase their product or food or whatever it is that they're buying. They can do it right away.
Donna Rasmussen is the Executive Director of Consumer Credit Counseling of Northern Illinois.
Another pro is that it breaks it up into a certain number of payments. More often than not, it's 4 monthly payments.
But making those 4 monthly payments isn't always as easy as it sounds.
The problem is now Buy Now, Pay Later is available for almost any type of purchase. I mean, fast food restaurants, you can often, pay in for your meal. People are using Buy Now, Pay Later for just basic necessities like gas and groceries.
Kevin Brassler is the executive editor for Consumers Checkbook.
And with a lot of people, they take out several, sometimes dozens of these Buy Now, Pay Later offers. They're paying through automatic debits from their checking accounts.
That's called debt stacking, and it can add up to trouble fast.
They lose track of how many they have or what payments are left, and then they get overdrawn. And so they're not only hit with late penalties from the Buy Now, Pay Later financing companies, but their bank charges them for overdraws also.
According to Bankrate.com, a late fee for Buy Now, Pay Later financing can be as high as 36%. Once you start racking up late fees between your bank and your Pay Later plan, Rasmussen says you can find yourself in a situation similar to one involving a payday loan.
You get into this cycle where you're constantly paying late fees and never getting caught up, and there's no one to report it to because there's no protections for consumers with these type of apps and financial services.
And that's not all.
A big problem with these loans, and they are loans, is that they were designed to escape regulation and oversight. Federal lending laws, they only apply to loans where the number of payments are 5 or more.
You could also find yourself in a tough spot if you need to return your purchase.
With Buy Now, Pay Later, there's dispute resolution programs in place. For most of these companies, there weren't always, but there are now. But there's no guarantee, there's no legal guarantee that they have to do anything for you. Unlike the credit card companies, which by law have to freeze that amount in your account, have to investigate, have to rule on the dispute, and usually rule in consumers' favor.
Yet the number of consumers using these financing plans continues to rise.
A lot of millennials and Gen Z people use them because they're tech savvy, it's easy, it's a help. It helps them budget a little easier, I think. They don't have to, they're not certainly reconciling their bank statements anymore. They're just looking at their bank apps.
Initially designed to help consumers buy big-ticket items, but now can be used to buy just about anything, our experts offer this advice on how to use Buy Now, Pay Later plans.
It seems to a lot of people this is a more responsible way to pay than using a credit card and maybe adding debt to your credit cards. It becomes a bigger and bigger problem because they're using these programs as you would a credit card. They are adding debt, they are loans, and then they run in trouble later on because there are late fees, there are problems and penalties if you're not paying on time.
The right way to do it would be to understand the consequences of it if it doesn't go right. I think that's the only right way to do it.
So we reached out to the Financial Technology Association, who represents Buy Now, Pay Later lenders, about these plans, and they sent us a statement that says, in part, our data shows that consumers are using these products responsibly and repaying in full and on time with a 98% repayment rate. BNPL providers clearly notify users with reminders before payments are due, and repayment plans are always accessible in the app or the user's account. There are no hidden fees.